I've seen people walk into sessions and be like, I'm the hottest rapper. No, you're not, bro. Bro, you're like, you're not good. Like, arguably, not like, damn, this is different. I ain't never heard nothing like this. I don't know if this is for me. Like, you're not good. And especially a lot of artists online don't hear that enough. Hey, I'm going to hold your hand when I tell y'all this. I love y'all. Some of y'all suck. And it's because y'all want to be known before you want to be good.
Ooh.
Should I say it again? Mm-hmm. Some of y'all want to be famous before y'all want to be good. Mm. Part of being undeniably good means you get attention. You get whatever, co-signed. You get all of these things, right? All these things that we seek out for as artists. Mm. You get that by being undeniably good. You can get famous for sucking the same way that you can get famous for being unbelievably talented. But if the goal is to be famous, then yeah, start getting on the internet and start putting out your shitty music. Be Ice JJ Fish. Be the period aggro.
But have you noticed that? Like the musical geniuses, the ones that are really incredibly just gifted, they're very quiet. Have you noticed that? Like, they're not pompous. They're actually probably the opposite, wondering if they're good.
They're the hardest on themselves.
And it's like the people that are really, really in tune with music and they are making it, they're not like out there claiming that they're the best. None of them are.
At all.
It's actually quite the opposite.
I've noticed that those types of people, I feel like I'm also kind of lean more towards that I'm so obsessed with the process that, like, if you think I'm dope, like, I feel like I'm dope. I don't have to be doper than somebody else, but if I make something that I'm like, this shit hard, I'm at peace with that. If it gets me attention or if people like me for it, then sick, right? Like, I'm stoked. And I also want to be around other people that are that dope. But the goal is to be, like, good. I moved to LA thinking people wanted to be, like, good. They want to be famous. A lot of people here want to be famous. And when I got here and realized that, it really, like, fucked with my sense of self. Because I'm like, what is wrong with me that I don't want the attention? I just care about making something tight.
This is a very interesting conversation. Because then what is an artist? Because if you really think about it, artists are really weird aliens. Like, they have to be good at something, but they also have to be okay emotionally being out there. And they kind of have to be delusional to a certain extent, where they believe that they are special to a certain degree. Kind of feels a little bit narcissistic.
It's a little bit narcissistic.
But
I think most artists are.
You think so?
I think most artists are.
I mean, as human beings, we all have narcissistic traits. Yeah. But we're not narcissists.
Well, I think there's a choice. I tell artists this too. I actually was just having this conversation with my artist. I told her, if you want to make it, like, if you really want to turn this into a business. Yeah. And I said it like, you have good people around to keep you in check, but you kind of do got to get high on your own supply a little bit. You have to believe the hype, because if I look at you on stage and I can tell you don't believe it, how am I going to believe it?
That too. But again, like, especially now where everything has to be via content and you have to have quantity over quality. And then you have to pump out X amount of songs every 4 weeks, every 6 weeks. You have to be out there. It's almost like being great at music. It's gonna get lost. And then so I asked the question, what makes a great artist? Have you ever thought about that? Like, what makes a great artist? And when I put this in quotation marks, I'm saying, what makes an artist known, and have a career? I
have a not like a rebuttal, but a thing that I'm starting to see more of. When you say that there's gonna be less great artists or less great performers or whatever, I think that is not going to be the case. I think the last 10 years have showed us a trend where anybody can make art. And I think what's going to happen is the same way that, like, it's happened with politics, it's happened with everything. I think it's going to become more polarizing. The people that are great are going to be like, oh my God.
I mean, I already said that, but I'm saying at the end of the day, they need to be seen.
Yeah.
That's the gate.
But the gate used to be that you had to go to parties and you had to be around a certain types of people and you had to get the gatekeepers to like you and you had to have the right cosigns, right? That has just swapped out for you. You have to break through the noise now. There is a lot of noise. There is about 80,000 songs a day worth of noise.
It's closer to 120 to 150,000.
120 to 150,000 songs a day released now. So if you can find a way, and here's arguably, y'all might not like me for this.
They already don't like me.
They already don't like me.
Yeah, it's okay.
Arguably, I think most artists, quote unquote artists, are exactly where they're supposed to be. I think most artists, if you're not going to try to be creative, if you're not going to try to think outside the box, if you're just going to go, Jane said to post, Jane said to make songs, Jane said to put, like to do short form content. If that is what you're doing, bare minimum, like that to me is the same thing as like having pots and pans. You have the things that you need to make a good meal. Don't mean you know how to cook. You got to be in the kitchen with the right ingredients, learning to make things your own way. Arguably, most artists will never make it because they will never sit and bang their head against the wall enough to actually figure out what's going to make them different. And you deserve to be there.
Or try out 30 different versions of the same recipe.
Because everybody's afraid to mess it up.
Yeah.
Everybody's afraid to post a song, put 6 months of promo in to realize, damn, I got to take that down because it doesn't fit this new direction I'm trying to go. That's okay. Here's the thing. My artist and I have done that. I'm telling you this right now. I have done that. We put out multiple songs last year. We tore all of them down. We reworked some of them, scrapped most of them, and just started from scratch. The couple that we were like, no, this is like, we like this. We ran in that direction, and we have a whole new rollout that we're really excited about. And if it doesn't work, we'll go back to the drawing board. But it's because we decided we are going to do this until it works. Not where we have to be convinced that we have to sit and do the planning, that we have to pay for the clothes, and we got to. No, we've decided we either make it works or we learned. And then we could take that and then roll it into the next thing. Most artists just won't do that. They'll post a video, it won't work, but it took a lot for them to post a video. So now they're just going to post the same video that's not working for 6 months, missing out on the trends, missing out on what the new tools are for socials, missing out on exactly what's going to work for them. And arguably, like some people will go with insecurity. No, I think it's laziness. You want to be comfortable where you are. You want to do enough to make it work, and that's it. That's it. You just want to pass the threshold of like, oh, people tell me I'm good. That's it. And I think you've got to want more than that. I really do. I think you have to want more for yourself. You have to want more for your art. You have to decide, like,
can I say,
I'm going to take this bitch to the rim.
I have been studying indie artists that are on the upward trend, listening to their music, analyzing their social media to find out like a formula, because I'm really big on pattern recognition. And I found this artist, and I was talking about it on my live. His name is Pompey, Pompey.
Word.
And he suddenly has 100,000 followers on Instagram. So I did a deep dive. And I came to the conclusion, he started posting in 2021. He did the same thing-ish over 2021, every single day. Low effort content, sharing his songs. The songs are bomb.
Yeah.
You know what I think happened? I think the changing factor was the bangs. He cut his bangs.
Sometimes it's that.
And all of a sudden, he looks younger, but he also looks more vulnerable, which is so correlated to his songs. And so I mean, I could be wrong, but if I'm doing the scroll, all of a sudden when he cut his bangs, it's like 100,000 views, 200,000 views. And I'm thinking, could it be that simple?
You know what's funny?
Could it be that simple?
You know what's funny? Remember the conversation that we had a couple weeks ago where it's like being pretty might actually be working against you?
Yeah.
My artist and I, you've seen my artist. She's very pretty.
She's very pretty. Very pretty.
But she makes music where she sounds like a crackhead.
Yeah, she does.
We literally had to have a conversation of like, okay, we got to let this pretty shit go. Whatever we got to do to make you look like you're out of your mind. I don't care if it's shave your head. We have to figure something out because what you make and what you are so far apart.
And sometimes that works, but I think we're kind of past that. I think people want to see, because first of all, they scroll on mute.
Yeah.
I said mute again. They scroll on what?
D&D, do not disturb, volume down.
Yeah. And then so like people are just scrolling independent artist music on their FYP and they're not hearing the music at all. If the visuals seem interesting and it's shouting a specific emotion, then you'll probably turn on the sound, right?
Well, and that's...
You know what I'm saying? And then when they turn on the sound and it's like not what you thought it would be, there's contradiction there.
Then they scroll.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the conversation that we had. We had the conversation of like, we make this music that sounds like the embodiment of ADHD. But then we look at you and you're a pretty girl. Like, sure, that might be like, whoa, what the heck?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean good artist. What do those two things? And we've actually figured it out and we're really excited to try stuff. I'm not going to talk about it. But the point being, we're willing to change something. We're not like, well, why isn't this working? Because we think our music is cool. It's like, yo, your music being good is bare minimum. Bare minimum.
But let me tell you, when I was doing the study on Pompey, you go all the way down and he has like long hair and he has a beard or something like that. Then you scroll a little bit up, his hair's in a bun. Okay. So he's trying to bun look. And then you scroll a little bit up and then like he grew out his hair and then now it looks like, like those rock those rock and roll guys, just like long hair, and
Like
grungy.
metal, almost, yeah.
And you scroll a little bit up, and then he cut his hair like around here, like Lord Farquaad kind of but he has really short bangs, like, you know, like not even
So, like
regular
Relic?
bangs, but like just like right here.
Kind of like how like Relic
And
would.
he's just like looking at the camera, and the
It's
song,
like Oliver Tree, rest in peace.
his album is called I'm Scared, and it lists about all of the things that he's scared about life. But there's always a glimmer of hope in his songs. So even he says, I write sad songs, something like I write sad songs with a little bit of hope. And it's like, when you look at that picture, it's like, you feel kind of sorry for him, but you feel like you know him. He could be you. He's genuine. He's authentic. And then when you listen to the songs, it's like, man, this is so human. The things that what his Snug Tug is his song about how he's putting on his shirt and he's pulling on his shirt because he doesn't want his mom to say that he's fat. But how many people relate to that? How, like, when we feel a little bit like, you know, not, we do this, don't we? Like, we just don't want it to, like, you know, hug our bodies. And it's like, it's such a very simple concept, but something that everybody has probably felt once in their life.
Yeah. Well,
you know?
I think that is the thing, though, that most people won't get to. Because I feel like it happens in pieces, right? There's, like, the getting good is, like, the first part. Like, the exploration is like the second part. I think honesty, and I do think that there's a lot of artists that are really good at that. Like, I mean, a lot of the artists that are kind of popping right now are really good at that. Like, they were willing to let go of the version of themselves they thought they were or they thought they wanted to be, and they just became whatever it is that became, right? Whether it's put on a wig and do something different. But the artists that are making it are doing that. Like, they're willing to, like, every idea of yourself that you think might be the thing that people like about you. Artists, y'all should know this too.
Yeah.
You'll show somebody, this is my favorite song, and they'll be like, oh, okay. And then they'll listen to something that you thought was a B-side that you would have never released, and they're like, this is the best thing that I've ever heard by you.
I was talking to somebody how gone are those days when we all go to the club and we all dance to the same song. Not everybody's gonna know the song, right? Gone are the days when you pull up to a red light and you're bumping a song and the car next to you is bumping the same song. That used to be a thing.
Well, it's because you only had so much radio.
You know what I'm saying? Gone are the days when we're like all singing the lyrics to the same song, which means that everybody has an opportunity to gain their group of people.
Yeah. You know what, though? I think, okay. It's a good period to this sentence. I think artists are too egotistical to acknowledge that, no, you're not going to be Michael Jackson famous.
It's not going to happen.
I think every artist still believes that they want that level of fame, and it's just not going to happen.
It will never be
It's not gonna
ever
happen.
like that ever again.
Yeah, like I think
even in the monoculture era, for somebody to have that kind of authority over the world, Michael Jackson, if you
even
go
like
back
Drake
and watch,
or Beyonce,
no,
it's
not
a
even
fluke.
close.
Like
Not even close.
It's a fluke. Like, you would be a fluke if you pulled that off.
You go watch all the concerts in South Korea, in Africa, whatever. Man, it will blow your mind. It will literally blow your mind. And good. I don't think it's healthy.
I don't either.
I don't think that was healthy,
I don't
you
think
guys.
I don't think actors are gonna get that famous. I don't think musicians are gonna get that famous. I think your cultural relevance will be what you offer in entertainment to the world,
community.
and that's gonna be it.
It's
Like, there are people that
community.
have never
Taylor
heard.
Swift is not even close to that level.
Well, not even that, but it is going to be almost impossible to become Taylor Swift level big, and honestly, arguably, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
If you want to build, like, that's the funny part too. There's people that have never heard of Russ. Russ is living good.
A lot of people don't know who Russ is.
Russ can sell out MSG.
Who La Russell is. A lot of people don't know.
Like, Russ can sell out arenas by himself with his own infrastructure, with his own money,
it's
making
literally
money.
crazy, but it's good because that means that all of us, aka the underdogs, you know, we have the chance to build something for us and for our people.
That you have control of, that you don't got to go to no weird parties or take no weird deals to get or to accept. The barrier to entry. You know when people say, like, the bar is in hell? Welcome. This is hell. You just have to now find a way to build your own community. But again, streamers can do it. They look like they're living pretty good. There's musicians coming up every single day that are doing it, that are making more and more money and talking to their communities more and more. No, unfortunately, your dreams of being the next Britney Spears are gone. Just accept that it's gone and enjoy what you can make.
But why? I don't know.
But also, like, do you understand that Britney's suffering because of all that fame she had? She was under a conservatorship. Y'all don't want that. Like, what are we talking about right now?
I think everybody thinks, oh, if it happened to me, if I won the lottery, if I won the $10 million, I wouldn't have lost it all. Like that guy, like that girl, like that guy, like that girl. And
Yeah, you would.
if you watch documentaries about people who've won those lotteries, like millions of dollars, but most of them lost it.
Well, it's because
I don't.
infrastructure is required for something to operate at that level. And this is the thing about LA and Hollywood, right? I mean, and we're in it, right? Like, you and I are in LA. We're dealing with some of these people that people are like, oh, all I got to do is have this person hear my music. They can't do nothing for you.
No, and they won't.
And they won't. And
They
what?
won't.
And in the era, even when they could, do you understand? You didn't even get to be yourself anymore. Guess what? They would have gave you drugs if it would have kept you going. They would have told you to cut off friends. You were under contractual obligation and you already spent your $2.5 million. You better shut up and do what you're told. And if you don't, guess what? You go to a psych hospital.
Well, and obviously we talked about this, but fast money usually doesn't last.
Ever.
You know, and again, I think everybody thinks, oh, if it were me, if I got $10,000, I would be so, like, I would put it in this, I would put it in that. The human, like, it's funny, like, human nature, we're all very similar. And that's why I feel like we can grow community, because we're all similar in one way or another. We're all good, we're all bad. We can all be charitable, we can all be evil. We make mistakes, we can be kind. And it's like, we're kind of all the same. And I think indie artists want that quick, fast hit. Like, oh, this is it. This is the one song that's going to take it to the next. You know, this is how I'm going to change my life. No, we are here because we love music. We would do it anyways every day. We want to build a community. We want to do good with our music. And we continue on.
Well,
You know?
but like, okay, let's even take that fast money thing into consideration. Like, Jane, if randomly somebody like you, even I feel like I'm getting more and more like this. If you had a large scale 7, 8, 9 figure investment, you know where that money's going. You've planned for that.
No, because I've worked with smaller amounts of money, and I've grown my expertise, my intelligence, my experience, my mistakes.
And there's infrastructure
There
that you
is.
created because of
what
that.
worked, what didn't work, so that when I get there, now I
kids' education.
understand, you know?
Diva said her kids' education.
Diva, you know what I'm saying?
Well, but so here's the thing. Without that infrastructure, that money is not only a waste, which is why you don't have it, funnily enough, but it's a waste and it's going to ruin you. People around you are going to change. People are going to double charge you. Do you understand that the second somebody gets a big check and they're in a big movie, people in LA will start suing you just because they know you won't show up?
Can you open it? I don't know who that is. Thank you. Sorry about that, guys. I'm running a business. Sorry about that.
Infrastructure. Well, and
Anyways.
again, if you don't have the infrastructure, all that money is going nowhere. It is going to go into people trying to sue you. It is going to go into people, you trying to take care of your mama and your friends, and they're going to upgrade. Lifestyle creep is going to get them. Now you got their bills to pay for too. And then all of a sudden you're like, why am I getting double charged for stuff? And because you don't have the right team, the right manager, nobody's looking over your books. Some of the people that you have to like quickly get on your team are going to be so willing because they're going to take advantage of you. Like, again, if you don't work your way up to having that level of a system, you're a walking lick. Like, you are. People can't wait for you to get into the room because they know they could take advantage of you. Those are the people that we're trying to warn you about in LA. The people that didn't pay attention before you had the money, didn't pay attention before you had the clout. Then they see you get the clout. Then they want to be around you because they know it will rub off on you. And the second it goes away, so will they.
But here's the other thing. Everything looks like an overnight success. And that's why people think that the overnight success is possible for them. It's never an overnight success. I
Ever.
don't know how much people say that to me. Oh, Jane, you're an overnight success as the indie mama, as somebody on Instagram. It's like, do you know
How many years it took to become an overnight?
how much I've studied, how many years I've dedicated my life in not just education, but in music and business for more than 20 years before anything happened like this for me.
And over different parts of the industry as different things. You were an artist. You were, you I mean, I know what you do on your day-to-day basis.
Opposite of overnight success.
Yeah.
Like I have really worked, I think, I wouldn't want to say harder than a lot of other people, but
Some people work hard and they never make it.
I have literally dedicated my life to figuring things out. And it's always been like that. So when somebody says, oh, Jane, the overnight success, when I go to meetings, they always say the overnight success. I'm like, I am not.
Y'all just saw the year she put online, and she didn't even put the whole year online. She put the part that you saw.
I am not. I have really dedicated all, like, since I started working on it since 16 years old, making money off of doing music. So it's like, it's never that way. I want us to like throw that away.
Yeah.
It's not overnight. If you're 5 years in deep, I had a consultation with an indie artist. This artist was like, I've been doing this hustling for 5 years. I was like, you just got started.
Yeah, welcome.
Like, you literally just got started.
Remember the comment that I made last week to Isaiah and his dad when I was like, 16, 17, 18 is a good time to get involved? It's because it might take you 10 years. It's better to start at 16 than 26. It's better to start at 26 than 36.
If you make it in 5 years, you are on a huge fast track.
And a scary one, too.
Very scary.
Yeah.
Hoping that you have people around you that are going to keep you in check and accountable. But
and most of the time, they won't. Most of the time, some of them people, you could be ready, and everybody around you could not be. And you will. I made that post yesterday about, like, who you keep around you is going to be really indicative on, like, how well you do. Y'all don't have anything ready for the life that you think that you want.
But even Pompey, I keep bringing him up, but I scrolled 200 views, 400 views, 180 views. Like, it just, for a long time, if he got frustrated and discouraged and said, you know what, the algorithm sucks, I'm shadow banned, it's not going to work anyways, and he stopped, he would not be on a tour right now.
Dude,
he would not be making money doing music right now. Or, better yet, he would not be helping people who are scared of life have hope. Like, if he stopped because he was discouraged about his process and his results for the first 3 years.
Well, you know? and dude, again, even having it in you to just acknowledge when to pivot. Like, I was a competition dancer, and then I became a DJ producer. Then I went to become a professional dancer. I got to help on some cool stuff and got to edit some music for some cool stuff. And then I moved to Vegas and I started a team and certain things started happening. And I tried live streaming, doing reviews in 2020. It was 2026 that we started this. Mm-hmm. Like, it's taken me the better part of 10 to 15 years just to get here. And ask me how many ass whoopings I got. Ask me how much I've had to learn, how much money I've lost, how many relationships I thought were going to go well, how many opportunities I thought were going to go well that blew up in my face. Like, if you're going to be here, I'm talking all of you. If you're going to be here, find your spot, find your people, and build.